Hello and welcome to another exciting episode of Token Games Podcast. I'm your host and sometimes referee, Zach Stab Pearson, and today I'm joined by the leader of House Freeman, the tallest king to ever walk dogs, one Corey Troy of House VA.
How's it going?
And of course, you already know me, so let's get into those topics. Alright, topic 1. Devil May Cry 3 Switch Complete Edition. One of the producers, Matthew Walker, from the Devil May Cry development team has hinted at adding something special to the Devil May Cry 3 Switch version. But besides trying to avoid using the word motivated, which he failed at, obviously everyone already knows Vergil was first made playable in this third game. What other new features or elements could they possibly be adding to the game? In your opinion, at least. Topic 2, CES 2020. I know North Americans get really soft on T's when they show up in the middle or the end of a sentence, but there, I said it. Stop giving me shit about it. CES week was upon us. So I'm curious, of all the things you saw at CES 2020, what did you like or what did you think was the dumbest shit ever? I'm fine with either or both. Topic 3. Why hast thou forsaken me again, Square Enix? For what possible reason could they still not be releasing the Final Fantasy VII Remake demo, even though the whole demo is leaked, as well as the entire game storyline, online? Topic 4. It's been no surprise that books and other forms of popular media occasionally get turned into cinematic works. Many people complain about superhero movies, however their popularity is pre-built in. Years and decades, sometimes near a century of prior material, not because of just toys for children to buy. But the complaint will never cease, even though the majority of movies are not, nor have they ever been, of an action superhero format. Do you think that the reign of costume fighting movies is fair, or should people just appreciate and accept it as a subgenre of cinematic entertainment? I'm pretty sure we've had this question or something similar to it, but it was like 3 years ago, so fuck it, we're doing it again. Plus, new people, new opinions. Topic 5. The Japanese release date for the next Evangelion, I am going to correct so many typos, 4.0 movie has been announced. Outside of extremely chronic delays, it's become very obvious that the production for this series has never been able to stick to a schedule. Do you think that there may be some internal issues, or could it simply be because of story or some other form of secondary intervention? And yeah, go ahead and knock out what you can whilst I make corrections pretty much everywhere.
Sure thing. So, on topic 1, DMC3, we were teased with 3 emojis, right? It was
Wait, we got emojis?
Yeah, they were teased in, like, emoji form.
Dude,
So,
all
like,
I saw was a video of Matthew Walker talking. Shit, screenshot that for me if you can find it.
Sure thing. So, it was like, the first one was pizza, the second was a guitar, and the third one was a little demon-looking thing. Now, I don't know what the 3 of those could mean. Maybe, I'm assuming guitar means we're probably going to get, like, updated music or something, or they're going to add music to it. I honestly don't know what the pizza could mean. And there's already super modes in DMC3 already, right? Like, we already have the super forms and stuff.
Yes, and hopefully they don't fuck it up like they did with Devil May Cry 4.
Yeah, okay then. Well, I think it's already confirmed from what it looks like in the screenshots that we're getting the, why am I blanking on what it's called? The form changes. We can change stances, the sword master.
Styles. So, what about the styles?
Oh, no, like it looks like we're going to be able to change on the fly instead of having to go through at the beginning of a mission, like choose.
Seriously, like, whatever you're finding, please show me. Also, I can tell you right now, the first thing that's going to happen is PC did it first. Like, shut the fuck up. We didn't all play the game on the damn PC. Also, PC version was ass when it came out, and it still is. But we'll get into that later.
Frame rate problem?
No, they had a worse problem, and we'll get into it later and then shit on it.
Okay, because I think I remember hearing about this before. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what I'd want in DMC3 to be added. But I mean, like, if you could just update the looks, music, you know, the way the gameplays make it better, then that's what I want. And stuff that I thought was neat at CES was there's like a chessboard, and you can play online with people, and the pieces move. Like, if you're playing with somebody online, your opponent's pieces will move on their own, and it was interesting. And Sony announced a car, which hopefully should come with a PlayStation 5 built into it for some stupid reason. I think that'd be...
You're not the first person I heard say that.
Yeah, I didn't think I was being original. What else? What did I see that was really cool? Or was it neat? What was it? Uber and I think Toyota are teaming up to make a flying taxi.
That's what the fuck? Shit, I want to see that.
It looks like somebody put those. You play on.
You cut out. Say that again.
You played Uncharted.
Oh fuck yes.
You know Sully's plane with like the.
Yeah, that's called the biplane.
Sully's plane with a minivan instead of like the actual plane part.
Yeah, that's called the biplane. Shit, dude, seriously, man, you better find me a lot of screenshots when this is over. I want to see this shit.
it was so stupid. Those are some of the neat things that I saw through CES. I don't know why Square Enix hasn't released the demo yet. You know, maybe they're trying to take out the stuff that's already been leaked. It's in there. I couldn't tell you. I don't know. They should probably just put it out. They're just going to put it out the day of release. I know somebody said that it's going to come out before. Because somebody said it's going to come out the day of, but that was just a rumor.
God, I hope that's not true.
Topic 4, I think that people should just accept, you know, superheroes as a subgenre of the cinematic, you know, entertainment movie format.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's gonna exist. It's not going anywhere until like extreme fatigue. But I think it should just be accepted that it's gonna be there. For topic 5, God, you know, it's got to be something internally with the company that it's taken so long for Evangelion 4.0 to come out. I can't imagine it's just the animation because it's been in production hell for like 4 years. I don't remember when it started, but I remember seeing years ago like a little snippet of I don't remember which mech it was. What are they called in the anime? It's not mechs. They're called.
Well, technically they're piloting angels.
Angels. There was like a angel dodging stuff, and it was like very like the what's it called?
Fuck, is there a trailer for this new one?
What was that?
I just thought about it. Is there a trailer for this new one that's coming out?
I don't think so, but they released like little like 2-second clips of animation, but super like early production. Like that like the framework is what was released like years ago. I think there was a trailer for it, a teaser. I don't remember, but I remember seeing the little clip forever ago. And I was like, oh wow, they're finally working on it. I mean, I haven't watched any of this, but cool that they're finally making 4.0. And then nothing came of it for like 3 years, 4 years.
Okay, yeah. So the shit's weird, and weird in multiple ways, but I know what you're talking about because this is very, very annoying, confusing. Okay, so we already established, and so is Japan, that Hideaki Anno is not good at keeping schedules, period. And especially when he's given free reign. However, in the case of Evangelion, it's fucking even weirder because this man seems to be allergic to traditional naming monikers, numerical monikers as well. So what you're talking about is 3.0. 3.0 was 2.5 years behind schedule. This new one is 3.0 plus 1.0 because he just can't say 4 or 4.0.
Right in Kingdom Hearts territory.
No, he invented it. Kingdom Hearts got it from him. But also factor in that naming moniker throws people off because people can easily interpret that as, oh, they're remaking the last movie. So, the way I'm looking at it, holy shit, I just got a text from a grown-ass man that says he doesn't know what V-mail stands for. Goddamn. Wow, I'm sorry. I know that's completely off topic, but holy shit. So, yeah. Anyways, fuck, that threw me off so hard. Fuck, what was I about to say? All right, so this new movie is only behind production, I think maybe a full year. But it doesn't matter because domino effect after the first movie, or hell, just during the first movie, it's a snowball effect. You know, shit rolls downhill, as they don't say in Japan. But the movies 4.0 is coming out late by default just because 3.0 took so damn long and 2.0 took so damn long. So this whole trilogy or new trilogy was supposed to be done, I believe, in 2017. He was supposed to be finished with all three of these. Look where we are now. So you actually haven't waited that long for 4.0. The one you waited a stupid long time for was 3.0. That's the one where Asuka or Shinji didn't realize he went through time. And everyone was older except him and Rei. And to be fair, I'm kind of mad at that movie because all the important shit that we would have loved to see didn't happen. It was aftermath. They destroyed Nerve's old headquarters. Who destroyed our old Nerve's headquarters? It wasn't an explosion that did that. It was literally ripped apart. I was just like, bruh, what the fuck happened? Shinji even says it. What the fuck happened here? I'm like, yeah, I'd love to see that. Okay, maybe they're going to be a flashback. Nah, I'm just going to play this piano and pretend I'm gay for Shinji for like 10 minutes. What the fuck, man? I didn't come for this shit. Not that there's anything wrong with being gay. My problem was the piano sequence took up too much time. Literally, it took too much time. It was close to 10, 15 minutes. They didn't do anything. Yes, it was supposed to be Shinji bonding with that guy whose name I keep forgetting. But see, here's the thing about that. You could have done it with words or action sequences. It's a science fiction action movie or science fiction thriller or modern era science fiction thriller. I don't care. My point is that a piano sequence is something literally no one in the entire history of Evangelion asked for. It was weird and out of place. But then again, that's like 90% of the show. Shit that's weird and out of place, and then it just somehow works. Shinji's still a bitch, though. Shinji's a bitch for life.
Have they changed a lot of the story from the anime to this?
Have you not been watching the movies?
I haven't.
Okay, well, I literally can't spoil shit for you, but you should watch all three of those movies. Just be warned, them bitches long. They don't care about how much time you have. And, watch it with someone with you, because when you get to the third one, you may fall asleep. Also, there's a new child. Or rather, there's a redesigned child. Completely different person.
The girl with the glasses?
Yeah. She's a bilingual North American. Her angel is a cat, too. Because, they found a way to incorporate unnecessary smut.
What was it? Okay, there was a clip for the new... Just gonna avoid the confusion. Whatever this new Evangelion, which is 4.0, right? This is 4.0 that we're talking
3.0 plus 4 plus 1.0, which is fucking stupid. See, you get it. I told you it's fucking stupid. It's Kingdom Hearts grade stupid.
So Kingdom Hearts makes sense to me, but this is so...
That's a damn lie. Kingdom Hearts does not make sense to you.
It does, oddly. So with 3.0 plus 1.0, there was a clip released with that girl that came out not too long ago. We'll find it.
And just thank you, because I didn't ask for like 4 or 5 links from you. I think this is the most links I've requested from you in one day.
Yeah. Getting back to the topic though.
Yeah.
I think me maybe some internal issues are happening, perhaps. Maybe like a budget things are happening. I mean, it's normal now, I guess, that these movies are just delayed, as you say. So maybe it is just the director, or maybe some writing issues or something, because now it's starting to make a lot of sense.
He's both.
Yeah, I was starting to think it was budget reasons, but man, if it's him, it's a good possibility that it's probably. So, yeah, that's I don't know. I don't have a great answer for this. Your turn.
Okay, topic 1. First and foremost, go start getting them Devil May Cry screenshots and shit. I think either they're trying to imply Vergil will now have multiple styles. Technically, Vergil, and this is something people don't talk about a lot, because when you go and look up combo videos, he's left out of all of them. To this day, I still have to tell new people this, but the Devil May Cry 1 Vergil is not just a palette swap or a costume in Devil May Cry 3. He has his own moveset and own weapons. I think they might just combine those two. So there's a Dark Slayer style, and then there's Dark Knight. Yes, Batman memes will come. I'm prepared. So that way Vergil can switch between being traditional Vergil and Dark Knight Vergil. Because Dark Knight Vergil basically fights with a big ass buster sword looking like shit came out of Berserk. Combat is completely different, and so is his speed. Also, if memory serves, that form of Vergil can only teleport in one direction. Okay? And, oh yeah, he has projectiles, like actual projectiles, not just, here, I'm going to poke you with this energy sword. He actually does the full Shinku Hadouken type shit. Just don't expect a giant beam. Now, if this thing about real-time style switching is true, why didn't you put it in every version of Devil May Cry 3 after the original PS2 version? Nothing stopped you at that point. To be fair, the PS3 is a given, and I'm going to tell you why. Because the PS3 version of Devil May Cry 3 still has slowdown. Also, remember, the PS3 has less than 1 gigabyte of RAM. So, it's easy to say that unless they did some graphical downgrading, I think that it might not have also been possible on the PS3 version of Devil May Cry HD Collection. But every version after that, including PC. Let me get in on the PC. Okay, first and foremost, technically, Devil May Cry 3 has been released on the PC 4, possibly 4 times. I'm gonna look this up as I talk about it. Matter of fact, let me take off push to talk and go to voice activity. So apologize for any background noise you might hear. Where them links at? Okay, so Devil May Cry 3 on the PC. Steampowered.com. Devil May Cry 3 Devil May Cry HD Collection, which came out, and they broke the street date, which, ooh, that's a no-no. Came out for the PS3. Whole game in 720. Devil May Cry. And I'm going to see how many versions of Devil May Cry exist, or at least 3 exist, on Steam, because I'm on their website right now. Devil May Cry. Let's look up, sort by. Let's go. See, I don't want it to put in DLC. Oh, there it is. Highlight games. Let's see, a Devil May Cry HD Collection, 4 Special Edition, and 3 by itself. Okay, so the PC has the least amount of iterations. All right, so let's keep this short. Devil May Cry 3 has been re-released on the PlayStation 3, the PC, and the PlayStation 4. Now, here's the thing. Back on that PC version, the original one, All of the fucking controls are reversed. Up is down, left is right. Not on the camera, on the character. So that means you literally can't fix it. Luckily, like every single big ass issue Capcom's had with their fucking programming, a third party independent fan fixed it. In fact, the game has been considered by many stretches completely unbeatable. Yes, you can go through the actual game, but you know, Hell in Hell mode, very hard mode, or Dante Must Die mode, shit like that. Yeah, a lot of people say don't even fucking try unless you have that patch, which they have never fixed. Not to mention, there's a frame rate issue that has never been taken care of. Fan patching had to happen. Now, in the case of Devil May Cry HD Collection, even though they did some adjustments on Devil May Cry 1, they didn't do shit to 2, even though that was their big chance they could do it. They did adjustments primarily to Devil May Cry 1, Devil May Cry 3. Devil May Cry 3 HD Collection, they tried to adjust and take into account frame rates so the game runs smoother, but the game is locked. So even though the controls work, you have to worry about slowdown, even though your system can probably handle Devil May Cry HD Collection for the PC. And that game is only barely a full year old. And actually, no, it's not a year old. It came out March 13th, 2018. Oh, this is convenient. And they haven't touched shit. But on the PlayStation 4 version, never had any of these issues. Slowdown, yes, but slowdown was a PS2, PS3 era issue. And in fact, they even went back and added the remake of Devil May Cry 4 into the HD collection on the PlayStation Store. So, all bullshit aside, the logic and reasoning behind making the Switch the definitive version is flawed. Don't get me wrong. I like when companies fix their mistakes. We all do. Here's the thing though. You found a way to reinvent the wheel, but you're not going to take all the old wheels and reinvent them too? Why can't those Sony homies get in on this? Why can't those PC homies get in on this? Yes, I got a Switch. Technically, if this becomes a definitive edition, yes, it is bragging rights. But I feel like everybody who came before us deserves this. Devil May Cry never existed in any format on Nintendo, and it really should have. Devil May Cry 3 pisses money. Resident Evil pisses money. Devil May Cry was born from Resident Evil. So why the fuck wasn't any Devil May Cry put on the GameCube? You realize that literally every Devil May Cry that would have come out on the GameCube would have immediately been the definitive edition just because it's a stronger system. But no, because the Capcom 5 didn't sell well. Like, well, first off, they were new titles. A new title is never as trusted as much as old shit. It's just common logic. It's not because the GameCube had less sales, because it was lack of interest from the consumer. Let's get shit straight. And even then, the Wii came out. They could have at least put Devil May Cry 1, 2, and 3 in a combo pack, a 2-disc combo pack that early on the Wii. So I'm just sitting up here like, why are you doing this? However, on the other hand, I'm giddy as a little schoolgirl after she sees Justin Bieber naked. Horrible images aside, I think I hope this real-time style switch shit is true. What the fuck? Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, I can't tell you how my pants feel on the inside right now. But I do want, besides that, since that was basically what everyone was going to say anyway, I want to see a Vergil story mode. We got enough space. There is no longer an excuse. I want to see a Vergil story mode. They even gave him an opening cinematic. I want to see a Vergil story mode. Or, you know what? Give Vergil extra stages. Give him cutscenes about when he first fell into hell, him trying to fight Mundus, him getting that ass handed to him, the birth of Nello Angelo. You ain't got to make a Nero Angelo or Nello if, you just lazy and don't see that the name is right in front of you. Give him a Nero Angelo story section, or you know what? Don't. Just give him one Nero Angelo stage. We all want more content. I need more content. I'm happy as long as it ain't downloadable. I am curious though if we're going to get a physical edition or is it digital only of Devil May Cry 3 though. It'll probably fit on my system, and if not, hey, I can delete Bayonetta 1 off of it. Not 2 though, but Bayonetta 1. And other than that, hey, Vergil with a style switch system. Dante's fine. Also, this is the only time his ultimate Swordmaster combo looked cool, because that shit that he does in every game after this, weak sauce. And I mean that, which is kind of depressing because all the creativity and technique they put into Dante, and every game after Devil May Cry 3, his ultimate combo move, which can only be done with a maxed out Swordmaster, is garbage. It is uninteresting boredom in its purest form. Not in 3 though. So yeah, please fix. But they're not gonna. Let's be honest. Now for CES 2020, yes, I'm still doing it. I'm not even gonna say the Sony car. That fucked up Mercedes though. Oh my God, that Mercedes. First and foremost, I like the idea of concept cars. However, I prefer a preview car over a concept, even though concepts always look cool. Because preview cars are going to exist. Concept cars may never exist, or bits and pieces of them come into existence. But they don't always happen. I like the Mercedes-Benz living car, which I know it's got a weird name. However, obviously, it shouldn't be nobody getting in any car with glass side doors. Nah, bro. Fuck that. That's going to lead to rubbernecking or optical illusions, and people are going to freak out, and they may cause accidents that they don't even realize they cause. Another cool thing I saw, surprising absolutely no one, they had really pretty TVs, but no, it's not so much the pretty TV as it is the format of it. OLED, or LG, has officially announced and will be commercially releasing their OLED 360 degree rollable TV. All that rhymes. It'll either come in a base format, you press a button and the TV rolls out, or it'll come in a hanging format. I think the maximum size is like 78 inches or something like that. They didn't really specify, but the highest one people saw was 70 inches something. I like it just because it saves space. I know it doesn't mean that it's going to be prettier than other TVs and that it sounds like a very generic reason, but listen. I've been assembling TVs and dealing with TVs in every form or format. And let me tell you, one of the biggest reasons people changed from the CRT to the flat screen was literally just because of size, dimensions, and weight. Y'all think HD resolution is a game changer? Not really. Not really. Because first off, people didn't have to adhere to it. And whether you notice it or not, most broadcast television, they still ain't even doing 1080. They're doing 720 and the picture's just stretched out. Or they're broadcasting 720. They want you to stream it and watch on streams, and the stream will be 720 or barely 1080. But then when you when you buy it, sometimes some episodes will be 720, or they'll be in between 720 and 1080, and you don't realize until someone like me, rips the data and looks at it and finds out. Oh shit, that's bad. That's really, really bad. Hey, Corey.
What?
Go into the Messenger and tell Hill there's a big bug with the PC version of Monster Hunter, and he might need to turn the game off, because if his file says it's corrupt and he overwrites it, he may lose all of his data. Just go type it to him real quick.
You said, wait, what is it?
Monster Hunter on the PC is corrupt. If you're playing it on the PC, you might want to turn it off, or you can lose your data. Wait for Capcom to patch. Sorry about that, folks. Preventing a gaming crisis. Anyways.
Okay.
What was that? Oh yeah. So
TV.
TVs. Oh yeah. So that was the biggest game changer, because even though the TVs were barely price different, the main thing was just shit. You know how it is with TVs or anything heavy. It's the shipping and the containering and the protecting of the device that can, make up for almost 30-40% of the price. Something like that. But this thing is already a desk. So you know what that means? If there's wheels on this desk, I can literally just unplug the whole desk, roll it into my fucking room, so that way my living room TV can change what room it's in based on how I feel. So if I want to watch like an entire series of something, or I want to watch something that's really, really long, I can go in my fucking room, plug this shit up, get in my bed, cozy up with a pillow and a cover. If I don't have a girlfriend at the time, they make good replacements for pillows and covers. Don't ask why. Technically, this is barely R-rated. And I can sit there and I can just watch everything I need to that's going to be super long. Or if I know I'm gaming with the homies and I know that there ain't no other TV, I'm literally going to take that bitch, unplug it, and reverse it. Roll it into the living room. Or if the socket or angle of the walls are always bad, because this is one of the biggest issues people could truly have and always have when they put a TV in their room, big or small. Is the TV positioned close to the majority of the outlets you would use? Or is the TV in a good position, but when you want to plug up more shit like us gamers usually do, or a home entertainment setup, do I need to consider getting really long extension cables or moving my entire setup against another wall? This one device just made all of that a billion times easier. Now, as for dumb shit, and I'm going to try to find the exact name of it, so give me a second. You can hear me, right?
Yes.
Okay. CES 2020. Oh yeah, there's actually a light printer now. Let me say that again. There is a 3D light printer. It's printing lithographic material. I know that name sounds familiar, but you're not sure. Anytime you've seen one of those really, really old folders that are extremely refractive and it looks like a rainbow, or you played a card game and you get a really, really shiny, pretty card. Everyone said they were a foil, which meant aluminum, but not necessarily. It was fucking lithographic material. Apparently now we have 3D printers that can 3D print that shit. Now, here's the thing about it. Here's what I think is dumb. They're trying to promote this as if it's going to be useful to the modern consumer. All of the 3D printing, and this is the one everyone's saying is a game changer. How? In the world of science and industry, possibly academics, again relating to science and industry, yes. Commercially, hell no. Listen, these are the things that we've had be 3D printed in the past, just like decade. Food, wearable pants, genetic material. How the fuck does that compare to lithograph? Oh, I can make it shiny. No. The people who benefit from lithographic material are not the consumer, the commercial audience, the basic level consumer, even the advanced level consumer. That is what you call an industry innovation. If I invent a new way for cars to travel and I use the least amount of gas as possible, does it matter until it gets into a commercially available car? Not to me. You know? So that's why I think it's beautiful, but it's kind of fucking dumb. Also, another one, stupid shit. They started on it. At first it was Bluetooth microwaves. I talked about it, I think like 2 CESs ago. They've found an ultra level of stupid that no one thought was achievable. Alexa microwaves. Why the fuck does your microwave need to have Alexa built into it?
Alexa, microwave my pizza for 3 minutes.
Exactly. You're already putting the pizza in the microwave. The buttons 3 and 0 are already there. You only got to press 2 more extra buttons. It literally takes you more time to speak using a microwave than to use it.
What if it was connected to your refrigerator and somehow it took the food out of your fridge?
Then we would see the second coming of sumo-sized North Americans. Because there's going to be some fat-ass lazy bums. I don't think you realize, just from when you were born to now, how much disturbing laziness we've allowed to happen. Think about it. Your favorite restaurant, 80% of the time, you don't even have to go and actually get out to your fucking car. You could pay somebody to pick it up the time and day that that restaurant opens up, or during the regular business hours to bring it to you. You could have Amazon shoppers buy everything you want from Whole Foods that they have in display and on stock and bring it to you physically. Now, the only thing you can't have delivered to you is a literal buffet. But I promise you, they will find a way. They will find a way.
Call up a catering company.
No. I said a buffet to you, as in it's already cooked and you just stand up in your house and eat the shit and then they do it again. Like that. Catering is not the same as in-house buffet. I'm telling you, somebody's working on it. That shit makes us as North Americans so fucking lazy. And we don't even realize it. Because our first thought is, oh, well, that's convenient. No. Let's not forget that even though it's not a prefix, we can use it like a prefix, too. Is it too convenient? Is there too much porn? Short answer, yes. But most people don't care. Because once they get what they get, they don't give a shit about the rest. What was it? 2011, 2012? Some company logged the actual amount of individual porn sites. Mind you, most of them linked to bigger ones. They said that in like 2 years from that time, there would be a porn website, 2 porn websites per North American. So that means that there should be 2 times porn sites per right now. That's excessive. And then more than half of these websites don't actually have and most of their library isn't modern porn. It's old shit. And then they just make circles. And I don't know how you count webcam shit, but hey, I don't fuck with webcam shit anyway. I feel like that's one of the lowest forms of pornography ever. If you watch porn, watch porn. If you want to watch someone have sex, watch someone have sex. But you're going to sit there and type to somebody and tell them what to and what not to do when there's probably already a porn of it. In fact, what's rule? It's not rule 30. It's like it's rule 10 or rule 5. If people like it, there's a porn of it.
34.
Yeah, 34. Yeah. If you like watching girl beat off, there's a porn of it. Why do you need to pay a webcam subscription for it? But they don't look like her. It's like, I promise you they do. There is literally no body category that porn doesn't have, unfortunately. And I'm not saying porn is shitty. Well, some of them are, but again, that's all based on perspective and also literal fetish taste. But if you know that having sex has a 50-50 chance of killing you, you should eat less food, and also you shouldn't be in the porn industry. And I'm not saying that because I think you're hideous. No. I mean, like, there's, it's a lot of science. Diminishing return. There's a difference between someone who is, we'll say, 50 pounds, 100 pounds overweight and working in the porn industry or just doing something that involves manual labor. It's a different ballgame when someone can't fit outside of their house and they're doing porn. They're technically risking their own lives at that point. I don't have a joke that go here. I could make a joke or 5,000, but no, I mean literally diminishing returns dictates that you doing that is a no-no. Yes, it's nice. Yes, it's fun to do, but priorities need to happen. You can't have sex if you're dead, dummy. That's why Lizzo will always be in the news or get attention for being fat. It's not because she is obese. It's because of her trying to project her obesity. It is your fault. I do blame it on the food. Why don't you? But I'm sorry, but Lizzo is a stand-up topic waiting to happen for me. Like I know I'm gonna sit down one day and I'm gonna fill up 4 or 5 pages of jokes about Lizzo. Or just the concept of Lizzo, because Lizzo is not Lizzo. Lizzo is a concept at this point. And I don't hate her as a person. I hate her level of influence over stupid people. You know who Lizzo is, right?
I do not.
Sorry to have to make you look at this, bro. I apologize in advance.
Don't send it to me. I don't know.
I'm sorry. So besides that, she's just decided that literally fucking nothing is wrong with her and that her health problems should be celebrated. Now, I'm pretty sure you and I both know this is one of the oldest female African-American stereotypes that has ever existed, but that's not the issue. Well, it's part of the issue, but that's not my issue with her and by extension, everyone else's problem. The problem is that she's trying to teach people as if there is literally nothing wrong with her, and she can't stop randomly getting partially or fully nude and showing off bits of herself when no one asked her and at inappropriate times and claiming, well, quite literally, nothing is her fault, which is ironic because the song that made her the most famous chorus is "It Ain't My Fault." Which is why the hashtag, and also I say myself, it is your fault. Not too long ago, she almost got in trouble. Well, she did get in trouble at a sports game. She had floor seats at a basketball game, and when they were nice enough to just do a crowd wave when a celebrity shows up, which they put the celebrity on the jumbotron and they wave at them, or they just do something funny. She decided to pull her pants down and show a thong and shake it in the camera's ass during a live broadcast on the NBA. So you already know what happened. She was wrong. It was wrong. The FCC probably stepped in and gave the NBA a fine. And she went on the internet and said, "Nothing's wrong with me. I regret nothing." Still on your first album and you already fucking up this hard. But I'm fat shaming. Even though I'm not fat shaming, I'm stating that she shouldn't. I'm not saying she should be ashamed of her fat. I'm saying diminishing return is real. No matter how fat you are, you know that there's a point you need to not go past and you need to lose weight. And she's basically out here acting like that's never been a thing or that she's an original concept. I'm pretty sure if I said the name Monique, everybody know who the fuck that is. She literally made a book called Skinny Women Are Evil. That was so fucking disgusting. Why are you shaming body shaming, period? But you sitting up here wanting to be appreciated for your body. But yeah, that's enough of a tangent. So yeah, the CES lithograph that everyone and their mom was losing their mind over, I literally can't see an actual reasoning for it in the commercial world. Everything else is pretty cool though. Foldable screens weird cell phones, smart armbands, which are technically watches. Love CES 2020. Yes, I'm still saying 2020. I don't know why, but it's just funny to me.
2K.
Oh, yeah, that's pretty cool. Or I could just say 2K.
Somebody said that, and the response was, "Oh my goodness, this person's living in 2002." That was funny.
Yeah, that's why I would just say 2K by itself. Like, it's 2K20 makes more sense than it's 2K2K. It's 2000, so what? That's the year 200,200? The fuck?
Yeah.
All right, let me go on to topic 3. I think Square wanted to be stupid, which, you know, the idiocy of Square Enix shows up at random. And they wanted to let somebody like, I don't know, Tetsuya Nomura decide when the demo should come out. Instead of, you know, when it was done. However, Square Enix has stepped in multiple times and told him or made him not do something. He wanted to show off a new gameplay and a trailer for Final Fantasy VII at an event, didn't tell the company. They found out about it, and they told him, you've lost your damn mind the day of. So, just goes to show you that it's not a matter of, you know, people believing they have too much power. It's people not even registering authority correctly. But to be fair, we all know that the Japanese business structure and hierarchy has never been anything like the Western. Times tables happen, but times tables is usually where it stops. The pyramid still exists, but the pyramid can be as different as night and day depending on where you go. Oh, here's my boss, and here's my boss's boss, and then here's their boss. Oh yeah, well, what about supervisors, managers, and co-bosses and assistants of bosses? Where do they rank? You know, it's different as it is similar. But I think the main reasoning is because there's an internal debate trying to see if they could get something ready that's different, so the demo doesn't look the same, or B, the old demo was built in, but they were actually going to put up a new demo, and they just left it in there, left it in the coding. It's not uncommon for a game to have a demo, and the demo version of that game to be left in the coding. If memory serves, I believe Final Fantasy VIII, the Final Fantasy VIII demo, which plays and has somewhat different sound effects than the Final Fantasy VIII story area that was in the demo, is still within the actual completed game, but you can't really access it, you know? So it's not like this is the first time we've even heard about this shit. However, when I see the actual scenario writer, the original one, for the entire game, stress out and lose his fucking mind over this shit, that makes me think that internally Square Enix doesn't know what it should do or how it should proceed. So I think the main reason we haven't still gotten this demo isn't because they're waiting for the game to come out. First off, that's fucking stupid. Y'all the ones who always want us to pre-order. Well, new people need a reason to pre-order. The name Final Fantasy is not as epic as it once was. Primarily because of Yoichi Wada, the old CEO of Square Enix, and Tetsuya Nomura. Yeah, that's right, I said it. Just because I respect the man don't mean I can't acknowledge when mistakes are made. Final Fantasy 13 in that format is a fucking mistake. They literally should have went back to the president and told them, no, we're not going to make it turn-based. We're going to keep in the live-action combat system we had. Can you imagine how much trouble that would have saved? And time? And money? Fucking crazy. So anyways, that's my opinion on that. I think they don't know what to do, or at a base/bare minimum, the issue is they don't know if they want to release the demo before or after the game comes out anymore. Personally, I want a demo where Tifa's playable, but we all knew I was going to say that. Corey, did you know I was going to say that?
Yeah.
Pretty much. There you go. Okay, now for topic 4, which I really wanted Tristan to answer, no lie. I think that Hollywood is jealous. And I know that sounds petty, but first off, we're talking about Hollywood. Pettiness is sometimes not even frowned upon. I think the hatred is based on pettiness. Because first and foremost, yes, these superhero movies do get marketed and advertised more than almost any other movie in North America. But see, here's the thing about that. They make more money. Advertisement and promotion is usually inherently proportionate to the ability of something to make money. If you make a horror movie right now, I know no matter what happens, no matter how perfect your horror movie is, no matter how many good ratings, you're not expecting your horror movie to gross $1 billion in sales potentially, are you? Fuck no. Black Panther was a fluke. Because first off, there's not enough of us to make $1 billion in Black Panther sales. So people had to go and see the movie multiple times. And there are countries besides us that had to see this movie in droves. So anyways, I think the issue is that a lot of Hollywood can't conform to the standards that would need to happen to be eligible to even get a superhero role. Or they don't want to, which is weird because they have fucking money. Jack Black is only getting fatter because Jack Black doesn't want to get liposuction. Jack Black can't afford liposuction. The dude he plays with in his band, Tenacious D, he got a little bit bigger too. Again, not fat shaming, but here's the thing. He also is bald. He has millions of dollars or hundreds of thousands of dollars. He could get liposuction, a personal trainer, and also whatever form, because there's like 5 of them. One of the 5 forms of hair revitalization right now, tomorrow. But he hasn't. But here comes Jack Black saying Hollywood is dead, superhero movies killed it. Like, no, it didn't. No, the fuck it didn't. Superhero movies were a slow burn, and they still had good writing, and had to have the ability of keeping the interest of people besides children. Because little kids can't go re-see the movies over and over and over and over again. They can get their parents to buy a toy, obviously. Fucking Doctor Strange is about to be rated R. Also, Doctor Strange is one of the oldest and least athletic heroes in the entire Marvel universe. Not cinematic, but Marvel's character base. He's one of the oldest heroes by nature and one of the least athletic. So let me tell you something. When I see people who worked on these projects act like assholes when theirs doesn't sell, or say that the movie industry is dead because of superhero movies, I feel like that's coming from a place of pettiness and insecurity. Let me tell you why. First and foremost, let's not forget. Are we ready yet? Let me ask Google. Hey Google, how many superhero movies came out in North America last year?
I found these results.
Holy shit, there's an actual superhero movie statistics. Damn. Not even a double-digit number of superhero movies come out every year in North America since they got popular. So you know what that means? That still means the vast majority of Hollywood's movies are still not in relation to a superhero. Whose fault is it no one's seen the movies? Have you tried the economy? If a $400 emergency can instantly bankrupt more than 50% of the nation, you would think they're going to go and drop $40, $50 on seeing a movie? Because here's the thing, movie ticket, when it's not Tuesday and it's doing premium hours, literally the time when people would most be able to see in a movie as an adult. Here's what happens. The ticket is around $13 to $14. Wait, Corey, you work at a movie theater, right?
Yeah.
What the fuck am I telling you for? How much is a movie ticket during prime time hours, not on a Tuesday?
Like 12.
That's right. Now with tax, we'll just say 13. Now, factor in how they got there. If they took public transportation, on average, most people, they're taking 2 buses, a little bit of walking to get where they're going. Now, where I'm at, it's $275 per ride. And let's say you don't have like, a card. And a card only discounted the first 2 times after the initial use. So after the $275, the next ride will be like $175. So now we're at close to 15 right there. Obviously, though, you're going to buy food, or you can buy food. And as we all know, the fees that you have to pay, holy shit, just to be able to have zoning laws and regulations and all of that, jacks your price up and adds almost $3 or $4 to almost anything that's not candy that you're going to have in that theater.
Candy's about $5. To get popcorn and a drink would be about like $15.
Yeah. So let's say you get popcorn and a drink and just 1 bag of candy. That's a whole nother, that's a whole 20 right there, basically. Or let's say you want real food, because some of them serve restaurant grade food, or they're just zoned to have a restaurant in them. That meal is going to be at a minimum between $10 and $15. So you still basically going to hit 30 or 40 right there. Also, let's say you drove there. Well, factor in a little bit of gas. We'll just say $5 for some gas. But also, you're paying for parking. So paying for parking, average price is about $8 an hour, at least in the city. And almost every movie is over an hour. So to be safe, you're going to pay for 2 hours because almost none of the parking meters ever give you a 30-minute time increment. So that's $16. So $16. So 16 right there, plus 13 for the ticket. And then let's factor in, let's just say you're being frugal or you're being, reasonable with your money. You just get a drink or you just get a popcorn. That's another 8 bones right there. If you get one of them. God help you if you get a combo. So now you already know. You're spending basically twice what the movie costs you just because you can't go on a weekday when you're not at work or during morning hours when you're not at work. Because the vast majority of people still work on weekdays during morning hours. So now you're being screwed over and being punished for something that you weren't in control of. But also, so are the theaters. They know most people can't see the movies in the morning time. If it was me, I don't know why the fuck they would even open. Don't even open in the morning times. I would seriously not open my doors until 1 in the evening. It saves on my energy bill, it saves on my employee costs, and it saves on maintenance. However, rules are rules and people got to get that guap, all this other shit. So realistically, I'm not mad at them. But I am mad at the celebrities who act like it's their fault. Because first off, a good movie is a win for everyone. Because they inspire people to not only want to be within the movie industry, but they could inspire people just to come back again. Which means more money being made, more royalties getting paid out. And as we all know, all these celebrities love to just jack up their price at random based on how they feel or really how arrogant they are. Listen, movie stars do not need to be making millions of dollars plus royalties. They can get royalties and get millions of dollars. But since the industry allows them to do that, they do that. It's that simple. It's called false equivalency, or at least that's what it's called, but I don't know if I explained it correctly. False equivalency is one of those things that I understand, but I have trouble explaining. Like the Pythagorean theorem. I understand the Pythagorean theorem. Don't ask me to explain it though. So if you're a celebrity, you have millions of dollars, you can't even audition for these roles because you look nothing like the character. But then your ego says, well, I don't want to be a normal person. Whose fault is it that you can't get involved? And then you go and shit talk them? Now you're decreasing your odds of being involved. Biggest example, quickest example, Edward Norton. You know who that guy is?
Yeah.
Okay, now here's something you don't know about Edward Norton because this was back when the internet wasn't as prevalent. Edward Norton pissed off almost every single superior that he worked under once he got famous. But do you know why? Edward Norton did something that you as an actor would think is unconscionable or just career suicide multiple times. Edward Norton went back and re-edited final versions of movies that he worked on without letting the director know. And he also demanded script alterations, not based on if it would sound good, but based on how he felt. And will refuse to do original lines. And on top of it, feels the need to be top billing. And if he doesn't like a script, demand that it be changed or he won't be involved. Or try to get himself a producer role so he can get away with this self-aggrandizing bullshit. Marvel dropped his ass. Edward was supposed to be in the Avengers movie, but they dropped his ass. However, they both keep saying that, oh, it was nothing personal. It was just a mutual disagreement. But then Edward Norton, still being bitter about this, I think close to a decade later, oh no, 5 years later, said during a Comedy Central roast of somebody that he was a friend of, he just wanted a better script. Which ties into the other things he did. Making insane demands that only suit or benefit him, that are just remotely unconscionable for anyone else to want to ask for. So, you and I both know, Edward Norton is not the virus. He is a symptom of the virus. And the virus is fucking ego. In Humans, they had the same situation. That redhead who pretty much hasn't fucking acted on the big screen in almost 12 to 15 years, that they had playing the wife of a Black Bolt, the Inhuman King. First thing she did when she found out her show got canceled is she shitted on superhero movies. I'm like, motherfucker, you were in a superhero television show. What do you think your odds are of showing up even as a cameo or being important or having the Inhumans have a movie? Now, they're shit. That's what they are. Because you decided to shoot them in the foot and then bite their hand that was feeding you money. Period. Hollywood needs to shut the fuck up, because I'm rambling too much on this one. Because when I get pissed about a topic, I go on a tangent, even though it's still relative. Hollywood needs to shut the fuck up, because not a lot of people are gonna play a superhero in a movie. Not a lot of people are gonna be in a Hollywood movie. Your entire job is a rare occurrence. Period. Stop being mad about a subgenre. Would you piss and moan and complain if horror movies were on top? If horror movies were the prime seller of everything? Probably. But you're only doing it because they're hot on top. It's literally the equivalent of they hate us because they ain't us. On to topic 5, because that shit took too long. Hideaki Anno, the director and writer of most of the original Evangelion material, which is the television show and all of the cinematic movies. Hideaki Anno has been dealt the short end of the stick multiple times throughout his career, no matter how popular he was. And Evangelion was one of the biggest examples of it. I'm not going to go into the history of the production and things that happened behind the scenes at Gainax, the original studio, But let me tell you, he is notorious for missing deadlines. The company that hired him and commissioned him, they knew what they were getting into with this. Or either he's making it himself, but the publishers want him to, meet deadlines and whatnot. But they're not going to force him because, from what I understand, contractually based, nobody can replace him unless he wills it so. So they have to adhere to what he wants to do. So they should have known what they were getting into based on this man's track record. Now, don't get me wrong. He's not an Edward Norton type situation. He's not considered fucking dangerous. The problem is just that he takes too long and he's known for being hard to understand. That being said, he's openly admitted to being or having Asperger's syndrome or something relevant to Asperger's syndrome. And he hasn't hidden it for a very long period of time. He just hasn't hidden it. So I think the problem isn't the production staff. I think the problem is the director / writer holding up everyone else. I think it's literally because there's nobody there who has the ability to or has the authority to tell him, look, stop worrying about the simple and petty shit on the project. This shit right here is our core. This is what we want. Let's get this done or get the things around it done and swing back to this shit later. And because of that, we're in that Square Enix circa mid 2000s or late single digit 2000s, but I say mid because late single digit take too long, era of we have good shit in our hands, but we keep fumbling it because we put grease and oil all in our hands before we grab the balls. Square Enix was set up to be one of the premier and biggest companies and possibly create more household names, excuse me, not gaming household names than they already have. And they fumbled it up. Everything went foobar because of literal mismanagement. Fun fact, Square Enix has the highest paid graphical artists for 3D animation outside of, movie studios, but even then, the studio gets the money, but not the employees. But they have the highest or second highest paid staff for the entire gaming industry for like a solid decade at one point. You know how crazy that is? And then they can't even guarantee fucking making games that don't suck or don't take forever. Holy shit. Bro, think about it. I literally don't understand why people work with this man and don't give him a leash. And it's weird because I honestly respect him as a creator. I don't hate him or think he's a terrible person, but I know that giving him free reign is like giving Bart Simpson a blank check. You can't do that with him. So the failure, in my opinion, is on the publisher, whoever's the publisher. And also his own staff for not threatening to leave or whatever just to get him to be more consistent. The flaw started at the top. There is no flaw in the middle or the bottom. It started at the top. The director / writer is the biggest problem. Period. And I hate to say that because he makes cool shit. Look him up, Hideaki Anno. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That aside, we did officially get a confirmation there is Style Switch in Devil May Cry 3 Switch, making it the ultimate, some would say, version of the game. However, we have no confirmation on if there will be any story changes or if there will be any alterations to Vergil. But there should be. I swear to God, this game is going to be so good, I just may cry. Fuck you, I know it sucked, I said it anyway. that being said, Corey, you got any closing statements or shit you want people to look into / up?
Please like, follow, comment, and subscribe.
Still the only person that says / cares, but to be fair, hey, your heart's in the right place. You're not doing it for attention, you're doing it because you want to. That being said, hey guys, look forward to us possibly transitioning this podcast into more platforms because, well, let's be honest, unless you are in relation to Rooster Teeth, and even then people stopped fucking with that shit on YouTube a long time ago. Not saying that their podcasts suck. It's just, you know, it's like a roller coaster. Some things are just popular until they're not popular anymore. But when it comes to podcasts on YouTube, that's never a consistent popularity thing. Vlogs are from time to time, or video blogs for those who know what it is, yada yada. But yeah, so we're gonna be possibly on, well, we are gonna be on SoundCloud, but there are options to move things over onto Spotify simultaneously. And also there may be other projects relating to audio, as in, you know, our own versions of audio dramas, or just talking about characters along with a simple image visual representation, that type of situation. So, you know, yeah, try to look into that, or look forward to that. I don't know how many of our members are going to keep transitioning and cycling randomly in and out, but to be fair, that's how any podcast that's as old as this one is. People come, people go, people forget that they could be in it and then remember and come back, which actually that happened twice. That was weird. Like, they knew they were invited, but then they just disappeared, and then, oh shit, that's right, and then they just stayed on for like years or months. It's crazy. And yeah, that's pretty much it. 2020, I hope ends up being a good year for all of you. I didn't say that last podcast, and, you know, look forward to us trying to upgrade this stuff. Not so much to get money, but just to get notoriety, or to be able to fish and farm for more people. Because if you've been with this podcast for a long time, the 0.3 of you that have, you know, I have a hard time getting women to stay consistently, primarily due to literally them not liking their own voice and how it sounds. I wish I could say it's because some pervert said something they didn't like. No, it's been because they don't like how their voice sounds, or their job schedule changed. So, yeah. And, you know, I always wanted to try to get their opinion because I don't want to speak for them because, well, let's just say that's a bad look. So, yeah, I will see you guys when I see you guys.